Also, everyone, there's a lot of uncertainty on the horizon as we head into 2024. Investors have been cheering on the Federal Reserve's dovish pivot, but there's still the possibility that the U.S. could see a recession next year. Amid an economic slowdown, where should you be investing? Well, McDonald's and the Golden Arches might just be the perfect play. For more on recession-proofing your portfolio, let's bring in Peter Saleh, who is the Restaurants and Food Distributors Analyst for BTIG as part of Yahoo Finance's 2024 Investor Guide. All right, what's got you hot on the Golden Arches here, Peter?
Good morning. Thanks for having me on. How are you?
I'm well. Happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays.
Okay, so let's talk about McDonald's here. What is the thesis that is really setting up this play going into 2024?
So, look, I think McDonald's continues to take market share in the fast food hamburger segment. I think we have a buy rating, $300 price target on the name. They're accelerating development, especially in the U.S. That is accelerating pretty significantly over the next several years. So they're putting more units into the ground. Their same-store sales remain healthy. And look, we're not calling for a recession in 2024. We think the economy is still pretty healthy, but this is a name that is fairly recession resistant. And if there is any sort of consumer slowdown or consumer-led pullback, this is a name that performs particularly well, given its value proposition, also given its business model, highly franchised business across the globe, and the largest restaurant company in the world. So I think this is a good play for going into 2024. Again, a $300 price target on the name.
So, Peter, if you are expecting that a name like McDonald's here to outperform, what does that then tell us more broadly speaking about the restaurant sector, and who else is best positioned as you look ahead to 2024?
So, yeah, I think 2024, at least we're going to start the year with a lot of discounts. We're already seeing that. And in that type of environment, McDonald's tends to take some share. But we also, one of our top picks for 2024 is Domino's. And I think that name has several specific catalysts for itself. One, they changed their rewards program, which is driving significant engagement with less frequent customers. That changed in September. They're already seeing an acceleration in traffic and in same-store sales. That happened in the fourth quarter. We think that continues into 2024. They also have the partnership. They're one of the last companies to partner with third-party aggregators. They partnered with Uber Eats. That is launching as we speak, and the advertising for that will start in early next year. And I think that is going to be a material driver of same-store sales growth in 2024 for Domino's, taking them from a very low single-digit type comp in the U.S. to a mid-single-digit. And I think in that environment, I think you get multiple expansion for this name going forward.
Yeah, I imagine a lot of consumers might like the idea of an emergency pizza if they feel like a recession might be coming on, something to continue to think about and weigh with McDonald's. I wonder who, from your perspective, has the strongest franchisee relationship going into a potential broader economic pullback, where we've been continuing to discuss with economist after economist what a recession might look like from their purview and what the franchisee relationships with these companies ultimately nets out as?
Yeah, look, I think franchisee relationships are always an interesting topic of conversation, but obviously great fundamentals and same-store sales drive healthy relationships, probably some of the best relationships going on right now. You're probably looking at a company like Wingstop, where you've got double-digit same-store sales growth. But with that said, who are the healthiest franchisees and the most financially resilient? The McDonald's franchisees still in that camp, right? Most of these guys these restaurants generate significant free cash flow. They're at or near historic peaks on free cash flow. So I think many of these franchisees are in very good shape. The Domino's franchisees are also in very good shape. I mean, cash flows are down slightly from where they were a couple of years ago, but still up substantially from where they were pre-COVID. So I think the franchise system and the franchise model is in very good shape heading into 2024.
Do you think Cosmic is at McDonald's going to drive a lot more people to say, you know what, I need to franchise a Cosmic when that's available?
I think it's one store going to 10, and we'll see if it goes beyond 10 stores. I think it's essentially irrelevant to the financials. Will it ever be available to franchisees to franchise? I'm not sure. Unlikely in the next couple of years. In my view, this could be more of a distraction to McDonald's than anything else. Keep in mind, McDonald's has a long history of second concepts. At some point, over about 20 years ago, they owned Chipotle. They no longer own Chipotle. They spun it out. It was more than anything, all the concepts that they've owned under their umbrella have been distractions to them. I don't see why this could be any different. So in my view, this CosMix is a nice, fun project for the management team, but likely irrelevant to the financials, and really unsure if it's really going to have any material impact in terms of the ability to franchise in any time in the near future.
So Peter, why do it then? Is it just a marketing play?
I think, it's a team that wanted to try something different. Not really sure what the long-term driver behind this is to, financially. Keep in mind, again, you're one store going to 10. From there, potentially 20 or 30 stores. When you're looking at a base of McDonald's in the U.S. of 13,000 plus going to 14,000 locations, it's just irrelevant to the financials. So I think it's more of a fun project than it really is anything that's going to be a material driver of same-store sales or profit in the next 3 to 5 years.
Certainly has been lots of questions just about what the future looks like for CosMix. Peter, always great to get your insight. Thanks so much for joining us here this morning.
Thanks for having me.